Okay.
Okay. Thank you. So I think I mean confirm that they executed it. Let me
Gopi,
see.
your voice is breaking. You have joined with the two IDs, no? So maybe it is overlapped.
The other okay. No, it is muted.
No, Gopi, it's not muted.
Okay, one second. Okay, here I need to.
Yeah, now it is muted.
Now it is clear, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So can you tell me which is the database table for to view the item level data? Can anyone tell me?
View DAP.
Okay, good. How about partner
Yeah,
data?
Gopi, I have a question.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we are checking that header item, everything through SC16N database table.
Mhm.
And the same thing we can check from sales display as well. So why we required both?
Okay. See, to answer your question, I mean, anything, right? We need to store somewhere, right? This is VA03, the T code display document. Okay. It will not store anything. Whenever you hit VA, let me show here. See, okay, I'll explain one more basic concept before that so that you guys can understand. The good question, but thing is you should understand the architecture of SAP. Okay. Where is this Excel?
Yeah, because same thing is displaying in both sites.
Correct. See, the architecture of SAP says okay. So generally in SAP, okay, we call database. I mean, this is the architecture. Application layer and a presentation server. Application server or presentation server. Presentation layer or server, application server, database layer. Okay. These three are the architecture. I mean, these three constitute a SAP's architecture. Okay. Whatever you use in your SAP desktop, right? SAP GUI, user interface. Okay. That is your laptop or desktop is a presentation server. Okay. Next comes the application server and the database layer or a database server. I mean, architecture. Whenever you give a prompt VA03 with a value 20, assume the value is 20. What it does, this information it will be processed passed to application layer where it will process the underlining program VA03. It's a transaction code, okay, a shortcut to execute a program. Now you can understand what is, you may ask what is program. It's a ABAP language, a ABAP report. It is written, I mean, a report written in the ABAP language to display a sales order. Those who are having some technical background, they can understand what is report, I mean the code. Okay. Now, for example, VA03, how to see the code, underlining code. So SC93, if you go, okay, keep remembering the T codes. SC93 is to view the T code. That day I showed VA star. Even you can do, see, it will show up. Star also, it show up VA03 display. The underlining code is this program. This program, if you execute, it basically it compiles here, compiles the, well, I'll put that so that it, one more option I'll show. Okay, this is generic option. There is a quick cut and paste. Okay, everyone needs to enable this. I'll tell the use of this quick cut and paste. This will be here in the ribbon, customize layout ribbon. Okay, now what it does, quick cut and paste, just if you select that and leave it, it will copy. Right? See, I just selected, okay, and I'll come here and paste it, Control V. That is a quick cut and paste or copy paste. It will not always cut. It's a copy paste. Compiles the program and fetches the data from database. Compiles the program and retrieves the data from database. VBAR, VBAP, VBEP, VBPA. Okay, these are all having the joins. Okay, it retrieves from this layer. Anything you do in VA03, whatever you see on your SAP screen, it's just a presentation layer. It's a user interface. Or, for example, I mean, just to give an example, okay, Gmail, okay, you log in your mobile, gmail.com, okay, that is a presentation layer, and you give a command, go to Google Drive. I mean, you'll go to Google Drive. That's all options. You give a command in the presentation layer. Backend, what it does, it process and get the data, whatever the photo you stored, right, in the Google Cloud, which is a database, actual database. It from there it retrieves and it will show up. Actually, whatever you stored in Google Drive, right, it will not be stored in your this one, Gmail. And one more thing I want to tell. In phone, we have a memory, right? Hard disk or memory, like 256 GB, all this, right? That's a database memory. I mean, it stores the data. VA03 is just a program, okay? It retrieves the report, okay? It clarifies your doubt.
Yeah, yes, Gopi.
Now in VS01, if I enter some data and hit save, right, it process here and it writes to database. Now you should understand what this in IT language we call CRUD operations. On database, you can do this CRUD operation. What is CRUD? Create, read, edit, and delete. Correct, right? Either you can create an entry or read an entry or edit. Edit means modify. Modify an entry or change an entry. I mean, edit, create, change, modify, everything same. Delete an entry. Create operation you can perform. Any language you use. For database, you can do only these operations. Read, write, delete. In the write, we can say create or modify. Okay. Now, you ask this question. So now what it does, when I hit enter, it will go to database and fetch the corresponding data from those tables and it will show in a report. Now you may ask which fields to populate where. If you just place a cursor, say for example, if you place a cursor here, what is the requested delivery date? Click F1. Click F1 on your computer. Keyboard. It gives the help. In SAP, you should understand F1 is for help, F4 is for possible values display. It says requested delivery date. In the last or previous class, I explained, anything you press F1, it gives the meaning, what it does. You read this, okay? Basically requested delivery date, 1 year and all. There is an option here, see, technical information. If you go here, the fourth button, what it shows is what is the field name KEDAT, the table name, okay, RV45A. It says where from where it is retrieved, and you should see the table category. Structure database table. Structure, it does not store information. It retrieves from something and it is populated here. So now I'll show some other. This is used as a structure. Okay, now, okay, see, I'll do for order type. It should be AUART. Now you see, the table name is VBAC. What is the table category? Transparent table. Transparent table is a database table. Okay. Then what is the field name? AUART. Okay. From this database table and its field, it has retrieved this OR information. Okay. This is a screen name. Okay. It's for more of technical people, ABAPers. Okay. You concentrate here. What is the field name and this one. Now I'll open the database table. It will be to verify SC16N. What is the table? VBAC. What is the sales document? Now I don't want to retrieve everything. No, if I just give everything, it will show up entire. See how many columns are there? You need to scroll. I mean, I don't know here how to hide this. See? You can see so many fields. I told right in database there are so many fields. It will display. Now I don't want to. Second, I don't want to see this. If you see here, OR, right? 20 OR. It says sales document type and information. Now you don't know the technical name. What you have to do? Go back. Here there is an option. Change settings, or you can see what is the technical name for sales document type AUART. It means VBAC table with the field name AUART. Or what you can do is display technical settings. See, these things you need to explore. Each field I can't tell you because there are so many fields. Technical name as a column heading. Earlier, column heading was in English, a meaningful English like this sales document type. If you want to see what is my technical name, this is very much useful for a developer. When he writes a code, he write code based on this table and this field. He'll not write based on the sales document type English word. It's just like I can call name by Sudharani, Shaheen, Aman, anything. Okay, that is not unique. How do we identify? It's based on your registration number or a Aadhaar number, right? Which is unique, like this. So if you keep this technical name and now execute. Oh, sorry, I don't want to do everything. See, for everything it shows in a technical name as a heading, column heading. Okay, so what you need, I want to select only sales when it is created, when the document date is there, what is this one. I'll select only 4 columns. Okay, it will display only 4 columns or 4 fields value. Got it? From this database it retrieves and display there. Got you?
Yes, okay.
Okay, so did you guys gone through all the topics which he covered? Like for example, he covered master data, is it? Because I want to know from where he left. Otherwise, if I start from beginning, it will be again new plus. So Okay, where he has covered, he has completed enterprise structure.
Not
Master.
completely, I feel, Gopi. We have that Word document. If you want, I will share you now in
Yeah,
chat.
please. Master data, sales document. Then what all he explained then? You shared here?
Yeah, Gopi, you can check. Yeah, I have shared.
Yeah. Save or what? Didn't save only. Okay. It will be wrong. Okay. Okay, what all he did? This one, huh? No, did he cover all these things?
Yes, yes, Gopi.
Gopi, can't you start by your by your own way? You start the way you like, and if it is already covered, then we will skip
No,
that
because
part.
like I don't know what all he covered because I heard that he has completed half of the portion. So that's why I wanted to know.
We came until pricing conditions, but pricing conditions was left out.
Yeah, pricing condition is left. Do you know what is pricing procedure, how it is determined?
The pricing procedure is where he exactly stopped it. He just started it, but we didn't get into it fully.
Okay, in
And
the
like
sales order,
theoretically, he said, like it is set of condition types that determines pricing calculation and all.
We've done the condition types, condition table, access sequence, and all those things. But pricing procedure, we were just about to enter.
okay. So do you know how item category is determined? Item category, schedule in category, plan determination.
No.
Okay, that is basic. Okay. Okay, I'll start from the where I like. Okay, that is very much basic. Without that, if I go to pricing, okay, that doesn't make sense. Is that fine?
Okay.
Yeah, please. Gopi.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
So
that's why we are saying, yeah, please go by
yeah,
your own way.
but I don't know this classes. I mean, if I start going this much detail, right? I can't complete in next 30 classes or 1 month. If I start going from the beginning. Okay, let me give a try. Okay, I'll try my best to complete, even if I'll take extra classes. Okay.
Yes, yes.
So today probably it's Friday. Can I extend half an hour extra?
Yes, you can.
No
Gopi.
problem. No problem.
Yeah, because I want you guys to learn. Otherwise, whatever.
Okay, sorry to interrupt. We know what is condition table, access sequence, everything, but we don't know like what step by step, what to do first and what to do next. That we are getting confused.
Correct. But yeah, at least I'll clarify that pricing.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
and
Okay.
I'll go to basic item category. See, if you go for interview, they'll simply ask how item category is determined, how
Yeah.
schedule category is determined. Okay,
Okay.
that basic determinations you should know. Okay,
Okay.
probably I'll make it. Okay, at least I'll clarify pricing, because every time pricing, right? I don't want to hear that again. So I'll just see
Yeah.
anything sales and distribution. Everything will be in my basic function. Okay, in just you go here individually. Pricing. What is pricing? I mean, oh, sorry, where it went. So go to pricing control. You need to spend more time. Okay, I can't go each fields in SAP. So now condition table and field catalog. I'll show. Create condition table, change condition table, display condition table. Okay. Now I'll I'll open in SAP and show what is what. See, if you go to item level, condition tab, okay, be familiar what I'm clicking, okay, keep noting. I placed a cursor in the item level data and I hit this condition tab where pricing happens. If you double click on the line item and come here, that is also fine. Now, this is the pricing screen for each material or for each line item, how price is determined. So here you can see condition types, correct? So what
Yeah.
is that? I'll come from the other way. If you go here, analysis, okay, there will be a pricing procedure always. Okay, how pricing? This is the one you have to understand. How this is also interquestion. How pricing procedure is determined. What you have to do first? You take one example. You need to understand A17002. I'll go here. I'll not go to the condition table. I'll come from the reverse engineering. Pricing procedure, correct? See, define and assign pricing procedure. I'll execute here. Okay, I want you to understand what it says. Set pricing procedure, set customer pricing procedure, set customer document pricing procedure, assign document pricing procedure to other types, assign document billing types. Okay, now I just click pricing procedure. If it is opened in change mode, if it is open, always go here. This is a display or change, same button. If it is display, it will make it to change. Change means it will go to display. I always request you guys to use display mode. By mistake, if you do something, right, cursor or wipe off the data and hit save, it gets saved. So you should not do that. So since you are in a learning mode, in this one, I'm going in the field level. Based on my experience, I can remember this fields, VCAR. What is my sales are here? It says AZ01. So come here. How pricing procedure is determined? Sales are, first field is sales are. So give a position here. AZ01. Okay. Now, AZ01, there are three. How it came to A107002, right? Now, sales are, you know, from the sales header. Distribution channel and division, you know. What this three field makes it, can anyone tell me? Sales are plus distribution channel plus
Sales
division.
area.
Good.
Sales
Okay.
area.
Correct. So this is how you remember. If somebody asks how pricing procedure is determined, you can, I mean, you can tell sales are plus distribution channel plus division plus customer document pricing procedure plus material material document pricing procedure. Sorry, document type, I mean, Word document type procedure and customer pricing procedure. Now, you know what is my sales area, right? I mean, I'll simply call sales area because all these three makes it sales area, right? See, distribution channel and division is here. You're following, right? What I'm saying.
Yes, Gopi.
So, what is my combination here? A01 ZA ZA. A01 ZA ZA. Okay. Now, I mean, by looking at this, I mean, right now there is only one entry. Okay, here AZ01 ZA ZA. There is no other, right? You can say this, but I mean, technically it will be more. Now, what is this document pricing procedure? What is this customer pricing procedure? Okay. Now, document pricing procedure, where do you find? What is document, sales document type? What is our sales document type? Can anyone tell me? What is my sales document type for VS? OR is the sales document type, right? So I'll go here, position. This is the configuration. Probably you can remember when you set up a new document type, okay? These are all the control fields, okay? OR, it has certain features. For OR document type, what you give, right? Okay. I don't know whether you guys created order. Simply, I mean, I'll just open one more session. And I don't know, it's taking this much time. So whenever you just think while creating a sales order, what all you enter? Document type, that is order type, document type. These are all the same words, okay? It means the same. AZ01, ZA, ZA. Correct? These are the at least primary things you enter. Agree? So
Yes, Gopi.
how? So document type, order type, both are same, okay? OR. If you go to, where do you see the SPRO document type? Did he show that?
Come again, Gopi. What is your question?
Where do you find the details of this document type OR?
No, not sure, Gopi.
Okay, I'll tell. Actually, he should cover these basics. He already jumped to pricing. I don't know how he made it. Okay. I mean, being a SD consultant, first you need to create a sales order. Now, while creating sales order, you enter this one manually, these three. So you guys know already what is sales order, what is distribution channel, what is division, right? This is a sales area. You enter these
Yes.
details. But also that you enter what is this document type, OR, standard order. Okay. Now, in SPRO, I'll show from SPROs, although I know T codes, I don't want to make it. Okay, you should know how to catch the fish. Not, I should not feed the fish. So you should go here, sales distribution. Okay, basic, sorry, sales, because we are dealing with sales documents. What I said, sales document header, item, schedule line. Right? Yesterday I told. What are the fields? Can anyone tell me? Database table for these three?
It's header, item, schedule line, and partner table.
Correct. Tell me the table names.
VBAC, VBAP, VBEP, and VBPA.
That is partner, yeah. Now, sales document header. Oh, sales document header. Now, what it says, define sales document type. Okay, I'll go here, define. What you do, I mean, I'll go in display mode. If you want to define, I'll just give, okay, Z go P. I mean, it's a, in SAP, if your SAP standard, okay, standard SAP has given, I mean, whenever you see A to X, okay, that is provided by SAP, okay. Y and Z letters are reserved for customization. Customization in the sense, if you want to do something, you need to use those. Generally, okay, as per my knowledge, throughout my experience, I see everybody uses starting with Z. Very rare companies uses starting with Y. So that's why in SAP, everybody is familiar with Z. So, and also they call it as Z. They never say Z. They call it as Z. Okay. That is a basic. You should understand if somebody says go to ZT code or Z, we say Z, not the ZT code. Okay. These words you should list. I mean, start using this. Then people will think that you guys know SAP. What is the ZT code? So some people, if you hear it as G, no. Z is not called as Z. Okay, Z Kannada channel, Z Telugu. Okay, you just recall that Z Telugu, Z. You are getting right that there is a TV channel ZEE.
Yes, copy.
Yeah. So that is Z. Okay. Now I'll give. Okay, this is important. Okay. Test GTR, GRP. Now I'm creating my Z. What is my sales document category? Actually, you should speak all these things. Whenever, just concentrate on the first three: inquiry, quotation, order. Say, for example, SAP. Okay, I'll show here with that also. The same T code, I mean, same SPRO path, enterprise structure path. I'm using a T code, and it says date SAP. That is the beauty. If somebody is editing is modifying. That is, it says user. You can be displayed only. I mean, at a time, two people can't write on the paper, right? It's one by one on the board. All two people can't write, and it will not save to database. It's one by one. So it says GTR 009. That is myself. I've opened in chain mode because here I'm editing, right? I'm creating, following. These are all the practical problems you'll face whenever you are doing. It says the data is locked by somebody. Say, for example, it is Sudharani. It says Sudharani ID. And do you want to display? Yes. If you want to know who is that person, because it will not show Sudharani name or a Gopi name. Okay, it says the user ID. Do you know where to check the user?
No, copy. We
Okay.
don't know.
I'll write the T codes also. Okay, whichever I use. Says document header. Says doc text. You can just expand this. The another T code. The corresponding T code is VOV8. Okay. Now, There is another T code called SU01D to check the username based on the user ID. Yeah, simply I'll just show that what is that. You keep remembering this. I /n means it will overwrite the page. Maximum you can open 6 pages like this SAP screen. After that it says it's already exceeded the session. So that's why I'm just overwriting. Okay, now it says GTR 009, right? Display. If you see here, actually technically speaking, he has to give the names Gopi, something, okay? Here in the real time, it will be having the names, but here he didn't give the name, okay? Like Sudarani, Hinshel or whatever, and email ID will be there. Here they'll enter all the details in the real-time project environment. They'll enter all the details, actual name, actual mobile number, email ID here, at least the email ID, not the mobile number. In some companies they enter so that it's easy to reach out to them. At least email ID is there, you can ping them. Boss, you have locked the screen, come out. Okay.
What is
Now,
the tick copy? Can you repeat again for this checking the
SU01D user profile. User profile. Okay. Now, I'm just trying to create. I'll just open what was that sorry. So the shortcut is VOV8. If you want to see the document type characteristics, I'll call it as characteristics. Or there are so many, right? How do you differentiate what is what? Okay. So now I'll come here, position. See, there are so many, you can see, right? So many are there, inquiry, quotation, repair quotation, sales and SAP has given a lot of things. Standard is OR, sales document type OR. Just double click. The same screen, right, which I'm trying to create. It says document
Yes.
category is C. What is C? Order. It is sales order. So I don't know whether he explained or not. Whenever there is a flow, the first is inquiry. Try to understand the layman language. Inquiry. If you want to buy something, say for example, you want to buy laptop. What you guys do? You go to any computer, computer shop, and you ask inquiry. Sir, can you give me? Can you explain me, or can you give me the price of this? Right? That is the inquiry, right? You do inquiry. Next, what he does, when I was studying, right? When I wanted to buy the desktop not the laptop, desktop. I went to, in my hometown, I went to Computer Kingdom. I asked for an inquiry. Okay. Then with the inquiry slip, he written, okay, he needs one hard disk with this much space, one processor, one RAM, one woofer. Okay, all those things he noted. Inquiry. What all I wanted, he inquired. I inquired. Next, for that he gives a quotation. Quotation is nothing but for what all I inquired. Say for example, Dell laptop. I inquired Dell laptop. He says quotation for that it is 49,000. Something he gives, right? And he says, sir, if you buy within this date, within a week, if you buy, it will be this price. Next week, the price may change, right? You are following, right? What I'm saying, the process.
Yes, this we are aware, Gopi Aryan said about this is pre-sales activities which contains inquiry quotation, schedule
Hmm.
lining agreement and contract.
No,
This we
don't
are
jump
aware.
in. Okay, you know what is purchase order? Customer purchase order? See, SAP
Yes.
or SD, which we do in daily, right? Day-to-day activities, it is that one only. It is just mapped into a software. That's it. Okay, you said inquiry quotation. Then what it will come next? After inquiry,
He said next schedule will come.
huh?
Scheduling agreement will
No.
come after quotation.
No. No. Agreement is different. Okay. Scheduling agreement when you are doing for contract and all, leave that. Don't get into that much complex. Try to understand
Order
the basic.
confirmation.
No. Okay, you are close, but you jumped. First, we create order. Okay. Sales order.
Okay.
See, basically, inquiry,
Yes, sir.
then quotation. After, I mean, knowing that it costs 49,000 for a laptop, what you do? You send a customer purchase order. Generally, we will not send. I mean, we'll go and say, give me. I mean, in a layman, we don't send it anything on the email or something, or we don't send it. We just tell orally. Or, okay, simple. I go to juice shop. I encode what is the mango juice cost. Simple. I encode what is the mango juice cost. Okay. Then he says 50 rupees. Correct? He says the quotation is 50 rupees. Got it? The quotation. I mean, he'll not give it on paper, but he says that, right? Then what you, okay, then the next statement you'll say, okay, make 2 mango juice, right? That is what you say, right? That is a customer PO. You tell them that you make, okay? Simply after listening to quotation, they'll not manufacture it, right? I mean, they'll not grind the mango, right? They'll not, what they need confirmation, right? Otherwise, if he says mango juice is 500 rupees, will you agree?
No,
Yeah,
confirmation
if
is
you go to,
required.
yeah, if you go to buy vegetable, something, right? I mean, you know, market value is 50 or 60 or whatever. If it is near matching to your this one, you will say. If he says 5,000 rupees, simply you will walk out, right? So that's why what they do, inquiry quotations are not mandatory. And also with this confirmation, they'll not do manufacture or they'll not deliver goods to you. It's just an inquiry. We go to shop, we'll ask what is the per kg rice, right? And if he says 65 rupees, sometimes we buy and sometimes we just walk out, right? It's just an inquiry. And the quotation is, he says 60 rupees. That's the quotation. You may like it or you may not like it with the price. The next thing comes is bargaining. That is a business. The boss give me for this much discount and all. That is secondary. If he gives the quotation, if you are okay with that price, you say go ahead and make 2 juices. What I'll do with this customer PO, what is customer purchase order? He'll say buy, I mean, make 2 mango juice or make mango, uh, give 2 maza. Okay. Because juice and all you'll get confused now here. Okay, make 2 I mean give or whatever the word. Okay, I'll not use make is not manufacturer. Give 2 mango juice to maza. With that, okay, if he says, then you create a sales document. In the sales document, what it will be having? Customer info, that is per copy. When to deliver, requested delivery day. I mean, I said, give it to my house tomorrow. Right? Following? Guys, please.
Yes, perfect.
Okay. Then what I want material is maza. How much quantity I need? 2. Okay. This basic information is this much is required. That's it. To create a sales order. See, whenever you want to create a sales order, nobody will give pricing procedure, all those things, right? As a customer, I'll just walk into your desk. I say, I need 2 maza. each Mazda cost 50 rupees, what you quoted earlier. So what I'll do, I'll create. Now I'll show. So what is my document type? It should be inquiry document category. I mean, you can use OR is a standard order, standard document type. But what is its document category? It is C. If you see here, you should read this, okay? Until and unless you read, you will not. Where is that? Yeah. If I go here, what is my document category? C. C means order, that is sales document order, sales order. Okay. Now with this, you'll get to know C OR means sales order. Okay. Don't blindly behead the things. Okay. If it is OR, SAP has given standard. Everybody knows in SAP, they know, okay, OR is a document type. Then what is quotation? Then what is inquiry? See, if you see IN, but honestly, I'm not familiar with this because we never use this standard. Yeah, good. I remember. Inquiry will be having A. What is quotation? QT. Say it is here only. It will be B. Got it?
Okay.
So, sorry?
Okay.
It is the classification of your sales document type.
Okay.
Okay. So, okay, just an example. Say, for example, if it is Gopi in India, okay, I'll just call out the names. Gopi, Krishna, Rama, Jayant, Sandhi. When you hear this name, you say it's a male, right? How do you say this? It's based on experience in the in the India, you'll get to know he is a male. Agree? But how do you identify? So the person, this document category gives the identification of what this document type is. Okay. Always see, I said IN is the inquiry, Q2 is the quotation, OR is the order. Okay. This based on my experience. But if somebody asks, you will not get to know. QT, OR. Following. These are the standard SAP document types. I use the word standard SAP document types they have given. However, what is its document category? Okay, as a layman in my company, okay, they use the SET. Then because they created their own art document type. But as a consultant, you should know what is the SET. Just you go to Vivo V8 report or this path and open it. And what is its document category? Oh, it's a C. It means it's a sales order. If it is B, then it's a quotation. If it is A, then it's an inquiry. Okay, this is how you identify, right? Okay,
Yes.
I'll
Got it.
sorry, I should not take that names as example. That doesn't make. I'll tell simple. Mm. Right. Okay.
Gopi understood. You can proceed.
Sorry.
Yeah, we understood. Gopi, you can proceed.
Okay. Now, whenever just you should be. You should be familiar with this configuration of this document type. Now you understood what is this document category, whether it's a inquiry, quotation, order, and there are other things, scheduling agreement, returns, contract, credit memo request, debit memo request. I'll touch base credit memo request, debit memo request later. Okay. Now, I mean, general SAP flow is sales. Once you create a sales order, I'll call sales order, sales document or sales order. Next, what will be there? Afterwards, it will be having delivery, correct? In SAP, we call outbound delivery. This is specific. Then invoice. Invoice will create an accounting document. Okay. If you know the basic of SAP, inquiry, quotation, sales order, delivery, invoice, your SAP is, I mean, SD is finished. That's it. Nothing more than this. Okay. This is the structure, inline structure. You should understand how it is determined. Inquiry, quote, sales order, outbound delivery, invoice. Now, if I say, for example, I mean, in day-to-day life, we don't do inquiry and quotation. Say, for example, if you are directly going to a same shop, okay, you'll not always ask what is Mazda cost. What then he'll say 50 rupees. No, right? Simply you go, you say, give me 5 Mazda, right? It means you give a purchase order to him. Purchase order always against to sales order, there will be a purchase order. It's like that. It's a give and take. Okay. If I give purchase order, it is in your system, in your company. Okay. Say, for example, I am from company X or I'm from Philips. Assume I'm from Philips. Sudharani is a customer. From Sudharani's company, I'll just call it as company. Sudharani's company, she will create a purchase order. When I say MM, okay, material management, I said MM module, right? Purchase order. So they will see how sales guys create sales order, per MM guys creates purchase order. So it's just always plus and minus. Okay. For sales order, there should be a customer purchase order. Okay. Now, what is purchase order? In say, for example, I'll take two companies. Say, for example, mine is Apollo Hospital. Okay, assume my company is Apollo Hospital. Sorry, my company is Philips and customer is Apollo Hospital. Forget about the names. It's a business to business. Okay, now I'll touch base. What is B2B scenario, B2C scenario? B2B is business to business. B2C is business to.
Gopi, sorry to interrupt, but I think your screen is behind what you are saying.
No, I'm in that Excel.
Okay.
See, I mean B2B, business to business. Example, Philips to Apollo Hospital. I mean, just an example, okay? B2C, business to customer. I can give Philips, Philips to Gopi, end customer. I'm a customer. I don't have any business. It's just like I'm going and buying a rice from a grocery store. B2G, business to government. It means Philips doing business to India government or any cent US, any the federal government, okay? Then they call export scenario. These are the business process, okay? You should understand. I mean, you guys know this, but only thing is terminology you should be familiar. B2B scenario, B2C scenario, B2G scenario, export scenario. So now what is, I mean, if it is B2C, basically you'll in Sudharani house or Arsha house or Gopi house or Suman or Aman house, nobody has SAP, right? I mean, we don't invest that much, right? As a customer, what we do, maximum we may send email. Generally, you can say, oh, sorry. I'll go with B2B scenario. Just I'll explain. Philips, Apollo Hospital. Hope you all know Philips, okay? They manufacture medical devices, okay? Apollo Hospital raise PO. PO means purchase order. Raise PO to Philips for MRI machine. Okay. Say for example, in their company or in their SAP system, the purchase order number will be assumed. Generally, I mean, now I'll talk about number range. I'll tell you that. Since I'll just give reference just for you to identify PO 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Any naming convention you can do, but I'm just for your refresh. So they'll in their SAP system, they raise a purchase order. Go to ME21N. They create purchase order. How you create a sales order? Okay. I mean, I'm talking about SAP to SAP. Or they in their what you call application form or whatever. Okay. If you go to medical shop, they'll give one bill, right? Or whatever. They have the one unique number, right? The bill number. Like that, they can have the PO form. Following?
Yes, Gopi.
I mean, see, basically it's all money. If you are having money, you'll have SAP. If you don't have money, so what? Maybe they have PO form with the sequence number. Correct? How we in the receipt book and all it will be number, right? So in that they write it. Okay, I want MRI machine. I'm sending to Philips quantity 1. Now in Philips, what they do, I mean, assume they call to customer care. Assume they might call to customer care if they don't have SAP. Okay, now don't think bigger. They call to customer care. Sales guy will pick it up. Apollo Hospital will say, I need one MRI machine. This is my PO number. Reference number is required, right? Simply they can't give. Okay. Okay. Then with this PO number, what we do, we create a sales order. Create sales order with the customer PO as PO 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got it? That is customer PO. Okay. Now, where exactly I showed customer PO for you? How many sessions open? 5 sessions open. See, you may think I'm mixing and matching. No, I'm going with the flow. When you try to create, you should understand what it is. Now I asked to create a directly order. I don't want inquiry quotation. Inquiry and quotation is not mandatory always. Okay, in life. See, earlier I showed, I mean, this is a manual entry. WAR means sales order. How do you know? Based on the document category. Got it? Then
Yes.
what is the sales order? What is that sales order? AZ or ZA?
Yes, that's
AZ01.
wrong.
Then this is ZA. This is ZA. Now, when you are trying, just see here, sold to party. To create a sales order, what I said, we need only this basic information. Customer info, I mean, who is my customer? Requested delivery date, material, quantity, and we need the reference customer PO. We need a number, right? So for example, sold to party. I don't know the name, this one, so I'll copy paste from him. Where is that? Which session I can kill it? Generally, SAP stores in buffer, okay? That's why when I go to VA03, the recent document which I opened, it will show 20 here. It will be in the buffer, okay? This is technical. And see, it is compiling. I said this program, if somebody modifies the program in the backend, it says compiling, it executes that. Now assume this is a Apollo Hospital. It's just a name, right? A number. We can make it as a Apollo Hospital by giving a address, proper address. See what it said. Just I entered sold to party. I mean, or shipped to party. Either of the one you should enter. If you don't enter also, if you hit enter, automatically it will populate. If you don't give, say for example, yesterday I said I can sell it to Gopi, ship it to my wife office, bill it to my dad, payer is my mother. It can be different, or it can act as a single person, right? Say for example, Reliance only. If
Yeah.
it is a Reliance customer, I mean, their billing is somewhere, shipping is somewhere. Somebody is going to pay because they have a different. If it is Arsha ordering or Gopi ordering something, Zomato food, everything is to my house. Okay. In that case, if I don't enter, it says it will populate the same. I mean, it will later populate. Customer reference. Okay, this is what I want to say. It says, though this is a warning, okay, warning message. You can make it mandatory. Sometimes without customer reference, I'll not run the show because tomorrow they may say, I didn't tell you to create or I didn't tell you to deliver. Say, for example, if you go to Masal Puri, right? Simple, just an example, layman language. They'll take your acknowledgement, right, before making Masal Puri. Otherwise, simply if you make, it will be waste, right? If he prepares, then it will be waste. When he tries to deliver to you, then you say, I didn't order. Correct? You guys, I mean, we'll tell that, right? So that's why they take a coupon or something, acknowledgement they need. So that is the number. Then when they say, I didn't ask, then they'll say, sir, you given the PO as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the PO number, or this is the PO form of yours. In your system or in your company, with this reference number, you created something. Either you entered in a form or you created in a system, SAP system. Okay. When he created, it's basically maybe they created yesterday. Can be right. Yesterday they created and today they posted. Got it? You understood the concept?
Yes, Gopi.
Now see, if I hit enter, it has come here. I mean, now purchase order type, it is there. It's, I mean, generally, oh, sorry, I don't know why it will not show up F4. For you guys also, it's the same. Huh? When you hit F4 on any field, it will.
Yes,
Oh, it
Gopi, we are
will.
not getting.
This is the problem here. Now let me see. We'll get this is the problem with this software, it seems. It says direct order, all those things. Okay. Direct order entries, orally they said, or email option. Okay, just they'll enter reference. Now, what it's say, for example, I mean, you enter these details. I'll go back and I'll simply enter that material number. What is that? 48. I mean, mango juice or whatever. I'll put the quantity as 2. Hit enter. Sold to party. What is this? Sold ship to party, not defined for sales or so. Is it the same case? Huh? So it says ship to party is not extended for this. So I want to check what is my sales area. ZA. Okay. Now I'll just I'm trying to save. It says document is incomplete. Correct. Just I entered to whom I'm going to sell, what is their reference number. That's it I entered. I didn't enter what they need, right? You ask, give me 2 plates, what? Material, right? What product you want. But it says edit means you can modify still. Still, I just want to save. Now, if I say it generates one number, correct? What is that number? 29. Now you may ask how this number is generated. The control is in document type. I wanted to tell you this. That's the reason this much story I told. The number range. Next, somebody creates, it becomes 30. The sequence number. Why always it will be in my company, it starts with 500001, 500002, not with 123. Because in a real-time organization, they make it one series, two series number, just to group it, segregate it. So now it says, what is my number range? How do you know which number is generated? Okay, these are the interview questions. They may ask, when you save the sales order, how do you know which number what will be the next number? Where do you do? Now it is going with sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They'll ask, I want my all sales order starting with 5 series. 5 because VBAK Vebelen, that field is 10-digit number. You can start with 9000001, 9000002. Okay. Now that's why the number range. So number range internal assignment is 5. How do you know which number to use? And if you see the next item number 10, increment. Whenever you enter a material number, I'll show here. By default, it came with a 10. How it is coming? It is based on this. And next increment, it will always go with 10, 20 in the 10 series. Okay. That is how the item number comes. These things you should learn. Okay. Now I told number range. So number range, what it does, guys, I'll extend for some more time. Is that fine? Sorry, I don't want to.
Yes, Gopi, you can go.
The NRIV is the T, sorry, SNRO, sorry, SNRO. SNRO is the number range T code. Object name RV Bellet. Okay, this I mean, you'll get to know later when you start using number range for SD documents. Now, what is my number range prefix here? It is showed 005. 05 display. Technically speaking, it should have 01 here. Oh, sorry, I'm checking QT. Oh, that's the mistake. How come I can be the okay? You should see your document. Type OR, right? It should be 01 here. See? 01. If I enter 01 here, what is my? It says range from where to where, 1 to 50 lakhs or something. They made this range. So current status is 29. Did you see what my number was? 29, correct? Next
Yes.
number will be, somebody creates, it will be 30. On what basis? Whoever creates OR document type, it will be having 30. And say, for example, if I create one more document, ZOR, I create my own. In that also, if I assign the number range 01, so it doesn't matter. It's just whoever uses 01 in their document type, it will have that next sequence number. It keeps changing. This is where it stores. It proposes. You can see here, I told, right, series. Some guys, they'll say, I need seven series, 007 number starts with. In that case, they'll come here, define the number range number from 1 to, and the initially will be from number. Afterwards, it gets incremented. That number they'll use in their document. And also, if you see here, external, you should come here and click F1. What is F1? External. It means you can manually enter the number or you can manually enter whatever you want. Indicates which determines whether the number range is external or internal. If it is checked, we call it as checkbox. If the checkbox is checked, then it's the external. SAP issues the numbers for the internal number range intervals automatically. By default, SAP gives automatically. This number is between from and to. The last number is issued is locked in the current number level. Correct, right? Whatever I said. The last number is 29. It is showing up here. That is for internal. It is, if it is checked, then it would be external. You need to enter a number for external number issue. The number you enter needs to be between from number to number. It will not go in sequence. You can enter directly, I need 60005. In certain medical shops, they'll change the bill number, right? However they want. The manipulation. It will not go in sequence, right? If you go to Apollo, MedPlus and all, it will be in sequence, right? The bill number. If you go to olden days medical shop on the paper, they used to write, right, some number in the bill number, right? Whatever they want. That is external. Followed. Guys following? Or
Yes, yes.
sleeping?
No, no. Totally.
No, let it be fun and interactive, okay? Otherwise, it will be like boring session. Even I feel like just telling the theory. Okay, let's have interactive session. Okay, any SD consultant, they should be familiar with sales document type. Now, each one, okay, you go in detail, press F1, understand what it is. Reference mandatory. If I reference, what is the reference? That customer reference. If you check this, check means put it as X in the configuration. Okay, I'll show you here somewhere I was doing, right? So I'll give 0, I'm sorry, indicator, leave it 0, 1. Here it does not show F4, that is a problem. See, 7 interest form, but it will not display the value. I know it is X. Okay, these are all X means reference mandatory. If you make it as mandatory, if you don't enter here, it will throw error. Please enter the reference. Okay, you can make it mandatory. Without the customer number, we don't create, because otherwise they may say, no, your order, I didn't order. All those things they say, right? That's why we enter reference. That is customer reference. Next, simply you will just go in detail, check division. That sales are distribution channel division. If you give this, it will check whether the division is there or not. Item division, read this, okay? Anything you don't know, read what is item division. If you enter in the sales or VA01, you enter ZA, but in the material also it will have a division. Which one to determine? That's what it says. Division in the sales order item. Sales order item means at the material level. Comes from the material. Indicates whether the division on the item level is proposed from material master record of the item or which the division you enter in the sales document also valid for all line items. Now, if I select this, the division is proposed from material master. If you don't check this, whatever you give in the what you call mm, uh, selection screen, I mean in the first screen of VA01, that will get copied. Probability you leave it, you don't need that much detail. Read info record. Info record I'll tell you later. Customer info record, all those things. Okay, that is not required. Credit limit. Credit limit is, say for example, you know, right, in the real time, if you have grocery store and all, they give credit. I mean, say for example, ITC or Ashirwad. Everybody knows Ashirwad wheat, right? Ashirwad wheat, okay, those sales guys will come to the grocery shop and they deliver something. I mean, they take the order and deliver. No grocery shop will give immediate payment. Okay, they ask for a credit. Credit is loan. Loan in the sense they'll pay later, right? You give me. So that's why. See, simply they can't keep on giving credit. I mean, I don't know. I'm from Karnataka. I can say credit is in Kannada, we call it as Sala. I don't know. Anybody understands Kannada here?
Yes, Gopi, I understand.
Sorry, what's your good name?
Shaheen.
Sorry?
Yeah, Shaheen. I'm aware of, like, I know Kannada language.
Okay. Sala. Probably you can translate in Hindi if you know. So there is a limit. How do you set up a limit? If a customer keep on buying from you without paying money, at one point you should stop, right? If he purchase more than 1 lakh rupees, further if he orders anything, will not deliver to him. That is a credit limit. We'll check the credit limit. Yeah, take an example of your credit card. That's the best example. That is given to you, right? No, I mean, you may think they can easily calculate and all, but in real time, they can't individually check Gopi's or Sudharani's credit limit, right? HDFC Bank or ICICI Bank. So they'll set a credit limit of 2.5 lakhs, assume. If I keep purchasing and paying, nobody will question. Say on the single month, if you are trying to buy more than 2.5 lakhs item, it says you are not eligible. That is where they put this credit limit check. Okay, how it should determine, that is that. Check customer reference. Now enter PO. If you check this checkbox, PO number is mandatory. I mean the customer reference number. Okay, if you okay, now there is a interview question. Say for example, in the customer reference number, always technically in their system on their PO form, it will be unique number, right? Every time you can't give the same reference number, correct? Say for example, they can't give the same token, right? To buy masal puri or to buy sev puri or to buy gobi manchuri, right? It will be a different, always it should be a different number, right? Always you can't order with the same PO number, with the same coupon, you can't order everything. It's a individual, right? So now what I'll do, what is enter PO? Activate this field. If the system should enter the document number in the P1 field, if this field has not been maintained, when the document is saved in the repair position, if you give this document number, then it says, I mean, it asks for mandatory. I mean, enter PO. Enter PO is enter the value mandatorily. Okay. So now, say for example, if a customer is trying to enter twice the same PO number, with the same PO, if he tries to order, you should throw error. This is the interview question. Every time people will ask, I mean, how the question will be, they'll say one second, I'll tell you what is. In the check purchase order here. F1. Checks for the customer reference used before, whether a business user created a sales document and uses section, whether this customer reference. See? Basically, if he tries to give the same PO number for the two sales order, then it says you already used this. Only when if you set this option as A. If you put it as A, it checks whether you entered it as a duplicate or not. In our, if you try to create OR, since it is blank, it will not check the duplication. Okay. Now, I'll just show. Okay. Okay, now never ever modify this. Okay, just for showing purpose, I'll try to modify. If you by mistake change OR and all, right, then your all config will be wiped off. You can't revert it back. Okay, even I can't fix it. Okay, never ever do anything for Vivo V8 and all. You create your own if you want. Okay, if I'm maintaining, it doesn't mean that you should maintain the value, because I'll put it back. I don't know whether I have access here. Now, simply I'll show. I'll put A and control S. It asks for a TR. Okay. Good. I'll show this TR concept also right away. This is the right example. And if you want, you need, I said right already, customizing transport and workbench. So here, see, prompt for customizing request. By default, it will show which is there. I want to create my own. TR. Okay. So anything, I mean, you can give your username, whatever, by default it shows. Now this config will be saved in this. This is the TR number. Always you should note down. Okay, I saved it as A. Now I'll make it. What was, oh, sorry, what was the PO number again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, right? Now, I mean, I just want to show how it looks. Okay. Now I gave the division as ZA. Okay, see here. If you press spacebar, it will store in buffer. Okay, the same value will come. Now, I mean, I can give any date. It's not only 30. I mean, date is not mandatory. If you see here, what is that? It says purchase order number in document 29 already exists. Got it? This is the interview question people will ask. Say for, I mean, they'll put it in a different way. Okay, but technically this is the answer. What kind of questions they ask? Say for example, in my company, I create a purchase order 1, 2, 3, and you create a sales order in your system. Say for example, one more person, because assume if it is a software, always it will generate a unique number, right? Assume if it is a form, he'll write it PO number 1. The other person also in the next shift, he'll come and he'll write it PO 1. Assume if it is not maintained properly. Then I don't want to create a sales order, because in my system there is an error, or in my area, either whether he calls and says PO number 1, whether he might tell wrong intentionally or unintentionally, it can happen because of a human error. So that time I don't want system to do it. I may say wrong, but you should not allow, right? See, this is the check. See, it says it's already exists. That warning it gives. Now, You may ask, I don't want, you
Uh,
misunderstood?
yeah, Gopi. So it means in simple words, two sales orders should not created by a same purchase order.
Correct. But that is theoretically you can understand, but no, you being SD consultant, you should know where is the config, how to handle that. You should come and do the change here. Okay, simple. That is one thing. Now I'll just save. I request don't edit or anything. If you change it, you will not able to create a sales order. Okay, I can do because I know what I'm doing, but you should not do. Got it? And we can see who modified last. Okay, that from there we can get to know who has done the change. Now I just want to tell you one more thing. I said reference mandatory, right? Say for example, I created a sales order without any inquiry, without any quotation. Agree? Because this option, it is blank. If you give option A here, because here F4 help is not coming. So that's why I'm checking from my this one. A means inquiry with reference to inquiry. B is with reference to quotation. C is with reference to sales order. Say for example, and also one M is with reference to billing document. Sometimes I always want to always assume my business process says create a sales order always with reference to quotation. Get the quotation and then only you create a sales order. In that case, I'll come and modify it as B. Okay. B is with the quote. See now, I'll this is how you will learn. Okay. VS01. See, now just assume I'm not doing anything because I'm just creating work. It says create with reference. See what it says, create with reference to quotation. You have to give the quotation number. Earlier it didn't ask the screen. Got you? Right? So this is the config. Sometimes this is what is config? We customize based on the business request. That is the functional role. Tester will do. You should know these features are available in SAP. Always a layman, I mean, when we are implementing SAP, a business will say, hey, I always want my sales order with reference to something. I don't want to create just blind sales order. It should have some reference with reference to reference. I mean, I should have some prior number. Okay, that is where if you make it, I'll just take it out. Okay, I once again request never ever change anything here. This you can't do anything later. If you give it blank, you can create with reference to. There is no harm. Mandatory. You can or you cannot if it is blank. I'll show how it is. Okay. If you come to VS01, after entering, if I hit enter, it will go to that screen. But there is an option, create with reference. If you give it blank, you can create with reference to quotation. It can create with reference to inquiry. That is your choice. Okay. Okay, skip it. Sorry. Oh, just check it is giving with reference to quotation because my config was not saved when I hit enter. Okay, so now, I mean, these things you should know. I hit enter there, I mean, I hit save button, but it was not written to database because it was just revolving. By the time I opened here, so it will give from the previous. So what I'm doing, I'm running from the beginning. Now it will give a different. screen because my config, it reads from the database. Whatever I make any change in the config, it will write to database. It retrieves now. Now, if I create with reference, you can see multiple tabs. Enquiry, you can create an order with enquiry, you can create an order with quotation, you can create an order with one more order, or with reference to contract, or with reference to scheduling agreement, or with reference to billing document. You can do that. Say, for example, if you want to do, don't always come to sales order. You create an inquiry. What is the T code to create inquiry? V821. Yeah, am I jumping between the things or am I clearing the things? Guys, speak. Sorry, VA21 is inquiry, VA11 is inquiry. Hello?
Yes, Gopi.
Am I jumping the things or am I going in a, people are understanding what I'm saying?
Sometimes it look like yes, you are jumping, but we are understanding.
No, because I keep two things. One is sales order, I'm just showing on the sales order, and corresponding
Yes,
configuration. If I tell the
correct.
theory,
That's
you must understand. I can talk just 30 minutes and I can close the things. You should see the practicality, how it looks, right? So that's why I'm just keeping two things. Now, I mean, as and when real time, you'll do like this only. I don't know how people does. I mean, the other trainer. I mean, I want to go like this so that check and test. Simple. Okay, you guys know in SAP, 01 is for create. I mean, ending with 1 is create, 2 is change, 3 is display. Do you know that?
yes, yes, Gopi.
Okay. Any T code you open, T code or I mean, VS01. If I say VS01, it means that VS03 is for display, VS02 is for change. Okay. This is the T code. V11 is to create inquiry, quote, and sales order. Now, I don't know whether you guys created inquiry or not. Did you create any inquiry so far?
No, no, Gopi.
Okay. That's the basic you should start. Okay, now. But daily in real-time business, we don't create inquiry, all these things. We don't go with that, but inquiry type is IN, right? And also, if you see in SAP, if you see this symbol, it means it's mandatory. You need to enter some value there. Inquiry. I hit enter. Now, if you see in inquiry, this screen is very simple screen, right? Compared to sales order screen by looking at that only, correct?
Yes,
I mean, inquiry, I mean, say for example, somebody walked to Philips and asked, what is the trimmer? He's asking. So they note down your details. Who is the customer? See, always 10 digit. Okay. How much it accommodates? Okay. Now I'll just give, since it is not my inquiry, test 1, 2, 3, whatever date I'll give today's date. I mean, it's today's date, doesn't matter. For what he inquired, material. What is the quantity he asked? 1. Hit enter. If you see, it has valid from and valid to. Alright. It will have this. And once you save, you'll get a number. The same way, I mean, probably I need to do a proper, okay, zero. Okay, simple. I'll do one thing. Pricing error, it says error. Mandatory. Mandatory means compulsory. Condition Z value is missing. So in the pricing is condition tab. It says enter Z val. It said right, enter Z val. Z well, you give some price for that as well. 1 to 3. PPR 0. How? I mean, it took the value PPR. I'll put 100 rupees. That material 48 is 100 rupees. I'll put 100. Okay. See what is the internal price, what is profit margin, everything it will show. Now I'll go and there is an option whether did I enter all the required fields. Check the incompletion log. Yes, you're good. Inquiry. I created an inquiry. What is my inquiry number? I'll note down. Otherwise, I will miss it. Just if you give display, automatically that number show up here, then we copy. So you guys start creating, okay? Tomorrow, everybody should create. I mean, since it's weekend, this is the assignment. You guys create an inquiry. And put. This is the inquiry number. Now, for this inquiry, now I'll do one thing. Now I create a quotation. What is the quotation T code? Can anyone tell me? Okay, I'll tell the blind way. Inquiry, quotation, sales order. Okay, this is the flow. In sleep also you should remember inquiry, quotation, sales order. Inquiry starts with VA11. Quotation starts with VA21, but not the sales order. Sales order starts with VA01. I don't know why they didn't give that VA31. Technically, it should be in that sequence, but they didn't do. At least inquiry and quotation will go in the flow. Contract will be in VA41. Scheduling agreement will be VA51. Okay. Now I'll create a quotation. Against to what? I mean, can create independent quotation also. It does not mean always you should have a reference, but I want to create with reference. What is my quotation type? QT, right? Simply I want to show with reference. Without that also you can create. I have my inquiry number. Under the inquiry only you have to place, not in. So now if you give copy, what will happen? Automatically, see, the data copied, right? And I mean, here, the whatever you can give. If you observe, it has valid from and valid to. Always, if you go to any company, if you ask, okay, you go to buy oil, okay, vegetable oil. So, say for example, gold winner, okay. They say, sir, if you buy between these two dates, it will be 145 rupees per packet. Next month, it will be 180 rupees. The rate may change. I can't tell the price, but it will change. If you take the gold also like that, right? Say for example, within today or tomorrow, if you buy, it will be this price. If you buy tomorrow, that will be a different price, right? So that these things, what company will do, right? With this quotation, they say you gave the quotation of 100 rupees per gram. After 1 year, they come and say, with this quotation, give me 10 grams of gold. No, they said, sir, I gave the quotation for this date validity. Then only for this price. I mean, the price, I'll just enter the price. PPRC. Technical. Okay. Now I'll come on in completion log. Did I enter all the fields? What is this? That is also, see, it is missing lot of details. You should enter the weight of the material, shipping point, pricing date. Everything is missing. I mean, we need to manually enter. If you maintain in the material master, automatically it will populate here. If you don't maintain the master data, then it will not populate. Now, the first word you heard it as master data. Do you know what is master data?
Yeah, where all the custom information and material informations will be there.
No. Master data. We call
We-
customer master, material master, vendor master is for BOM, I mean purchase order. See, for sales order, you enter the customer number because for sales, for Philips, Apollo Hospital is a customer. With reference to Philips, Apollo is a customer. Assume Philips buys something, what do you call? Mm, it buys raw materials from company Bosch, assume, or it buys spanner set from Bosch. So for Philips, Bosch is a vendor. Okay, Philips, if I sell something to customer, it becomes a sales order. If I want to for Philips, if I want to buy something from Bosch, it has to raise purchase order. Okay, a same company can act as, I mean, it can create both, right? You're getting right what I'm saying. So for that, we call it as a vendor. Robert Bosch will become vendor for Philips. These are all master data. So that's why for sales, master data is material master and customer master. If you maintain these two values properly, automatically those details will come. And also we call transaction data, master data and transaction data. Master data will not vary. Daily you will not change master data. For example, customer master. If I enter my details as a customer, like name as Gopi, address as so and so, phone number is this, age is this, other number is this. Okay, what is this charge? It will not change, right? Say for example, take an example of Gopi only. For Gopi, master data is or my okay. For Gopi, okay, simple. ICICI Bank. Okay, for ICICI Bank, Gopi is a customer because I do transactions with ICICI, correct? They store my data. What is my data? What is my master data in ICICI Bank? My name, Gopi, my age, I mean, date of birth, my Aadhaar number, my PAN number, my address, my telephone number, my email ID. These are all will not be frequently changed. Daily, they'll not, ICICI Bank will not update daily my details. Agree? That is master data. Master data will not be changed again and again. It's almost one time. Or if I change my house, then I'll go and update my address. Till that it remains the same. It will not be frequently changed. That is master data. What is transaction data? In my ICICI account, I keep doing transactions, right, daily. That is unlimited. I may do phone pay for 10 rupees. I may do transactions, transfer some money to Aman. I may transfer some money to Sudharani, or I may get money from Satya or anybody, right? It's a transaction, give and take, whatever. That is a transaction. That is like transaction data. It builds from the master data along with additional details. Okay, this is master data, transaction data. Now, by looking at that only by experience, I get to know gross weight, net weight. These are all material details. We need to enter in the material master. I'll show that, okay, tomorrow. But I want to continue further because I don't want to drag it here only. Assume you save. I mean, you can save without that also you can save, but it says it is an incomplete because those are all mandatory. Correct? If you click edit, it will go to the same screen. If you click cancel, it remains in the same screen. If you click save, it will save. With it generates one number. How does it this number generates? Based on the number range. Where do you see this number? SNRO. T code SNRO. Now, this is the quotation number. Same way you can create an order. Okay. Now, I explained up to here. Now, I mean, sales document type, I just want to cover. What is that? The main things you got right. What is that category? Inquiry means it will be having A. Quotation, it will be having B. This is the identification, like gender, male or female, or say, for example, anything, right? Number range is determined here. This is at the header level of the sales document. Whenever you give OR, this is the sales header data. For that header, from where once you save, it will generate number from this config. If you want to make a purchase order mandatory, you give enter PO or check PO as A. Then it will check mandatory. If you want to make my sales order always create with reference to quotation or inquiry, give the option ABC. Okay. Credit check. If I want to do a credit check, you should give the option here. You got to know these things. Now I'll not touch base everything. This is more of too much. I just want to highlight this document pricing procedure. Remember in my pricing procedure determination, what I told? Okay, you guys are so much interested in pricing, right? So I'll just pricing procedure. What is the combination? Say, I'll call it as sales or distribution channel, division, document pricing
Document
procedure,
pricing.
and also one more customer pricing procedure. It with this combination, it gives the right pricing procedure. A1000. Correct? So now did I close that session? Okay, I'll open that. No problem. I know that P code BOK0. It gives the pricing one. I mean, basically the same screen.
Gopi, I have question here. Like,
Hmm.
if you ask what determines pricing procedure, we have to tell that five set of combinations, right?
Sorry, you have to tell that. What is that?
Pricing procedure determines pricing procedure. We have to tell that
Mhm.
five set, right? Sales org, distribution channel, division.
That's what. I'll tell you how people will ask. You can buy it, you should buy it. I mean, there's no, or else you can, I mean, of course, you can't remember everything, you need to buy it. You can say sales or distribution channel, division, document pricing procedure, and customer pricing procedure. Determines the pricing procedure. Now, you know, sales or distribution channel division, you enter manually in the selection screen of the sales order. That will be passed, correct? Document, you what in VA01, you enter the sales document type or sales area, right? Now, how it is determined? When you enter OR, okay, always be careful whenever you open that you should do display mode. Everything you should display. Otherwise, you'll screw up the config. Then it will be a problem. We can't continue the class. AZ01. What is my distribution channel division? Customer pricing procedure. What is that? I mean, document pricing procedure. It's A. Option is maintained as A. Anything you can maintain. Okay. It's a single digit. See, but it has determined this one. But where this customer pricing procedure comes, I'll show that. You copy this, go to BP. You know the T code for customer, right? BP.
Yes, Arya. Yes, Gopi.
BP. Okay, so I'll enter this. Control V, enter. Why it says 0% number? Okay. Oh, earlier the trainer was money. Now, if are you familiar with this BPT code?
Yes, Gopi. Business partners.
Where I have to go? Here?
FI customer, FLCU 00.
Mhm. That is finance. There will be one more. It is a company code data. I want to view the sales data.
Okay, it will
Sales
be
data.
only customer will get.
So here it is not there.
For us,
That-
there was option. We have did already that. Like when Naren was telling, we got that option only customer.
There are, see, any master data you go, it will have general data, sales data, and custom company code data. So now general data, this is company code. Say for example, company code is AZ01. It shows all the company code details. Okay. I mean, probably you can see. I mean, no, wait. Why is this coming? Generally, if FL, then one more comes. Okay. I'll open in from, I don't know why it is not opening. I'll click here. It will take you there directly. Okay, option. Select here, click on this display sold to party. It will open that. So FL in FL customer only. Earlier it was not showing up. Now it has come. I don't know. Okay, you should, a customer can have general data. General data is just address. Sales data. It can have, say for example, a global presence. What do you call, some customers. Okay, if Gopi is Gopi can buy from India, Gopi can buy from America sales are okay. For that, individual data they need, right? That is sales relevant data is maintained in sales tab. Company code is company finance related data. Now you have to understand this. Sales district, leave it. I mean, it's not much. You can give which sales group and all, but the main focus here is what is my currency and all, leave it. Come here. This is the one. So customer pricing procedure. When you enter a sold to party, automatically it retrieves this, which determines the pricing procedure. Got you? How this pricing procedure is determined? Based on these five you will tell. But people will ask, where do you get this? I know you told that five fields, but good. How do you get a document pricing procedure? You say, based on my sales document, that is OR, in that we maintain the data. It is one time, not every time. One time config. It is maintained. From there it gets customer. In the customer master, customer pricing procedure value is maintained. With that, it will reflect here and it determines the pricing procedure. Now, you know how pricing procedure is determined. Now, I'll go back and reverse engineering I'll do. I'll complete the, oh, good. I completed 2 hours, but still I'll complete this. Okay. Is it late? Because I want to finish this. Yeah. Is that fine, guys?
Yeah, Gopi, fine for me.
I'll complete in 5 minutes. I'll not take much time. I know it's already late for you guys. Now, define pricing procedure. I'll just show what is defined. This is little bit detailed, okay? Define pricing procedure. If you see here, I can directly modify there what is my document pricing procedure, or here you can maintain. Both will update in the same table. Say for example, document pricing procedure, you can create your own. It was A, right? A means standard. You can just create whatever the name letters you want, like that. Customer pricing procedure 1, 2, any option you can give. Now you see, assign document pricing procedure to order type. You create, that is what directly you can maintain there, or you can technically, you can speaking, you can create a document, one document pricing procedure and assign to order type. Because I locked it, and it will open the same screen. See, sales document OR. This is another shortcut is position. It will see, it says 97 entry of 200. I mean, instead of keep pressing page row, I'll search with OR. OR is A, right? Which I showed in that. Remember, for this sales document type, while creating a new one, you can find there, or you can do here. Both are same. Both are pointing to the same. It will write to the same database. Okay. This is assign, probably, yeah. If somebody asks, you just open this, note down how pricing procedure is determined. You know all these 5. Then you can ask sales area and all. We will get it directly. Document pricing procedure, we get it from order type because we assign that. Customer pricing procedure, it is maintained in the, see here, customer pricing procedure we enter and we maintain the respective value. For billing type also pricing procedure will be there. That's why they gave one more option, assign document pricing procedure for billing type. Just like how it is OR, we have F2 for billing for that also. Okay. Now, oh, sorry, what I did. Pricing procedure determination, you know, but how do you set up a pricing procedure? You know how to find the address, but oh, this is a determination of pricing procedure. Okay, right. Set pricing procedure. See, mine is A. What was that? 10. I forgot. This one, right? What was my pricing procedure? Where do you find that? I go, I mean, if I don't know which is determined, I can go to sales order, item level, price, condition tab, and analysis. It will show on the top. These things you should be familiar. I mean, alternate ways to see. I'll go with this number because he has created everything. Okay. Now, see, you can just know, I mean, think here. Okay. Condition types are there. I'll just show that this condition types. Analysis A17002. I'm in the right one. Okay. This is the pricing procedure. Anything you give, go to pricing. This is another interview question. People will ask, what are the 16 steps? 16 steps in pricing procedure. You need to memorize. Honestly, I totally forgot because we don't use very frequently. People will ask these questions. If you know pricing procedure, first they'll ask how pricing procedure is determined. That's the interview question. Then what are the 16 steps of pricing procedure? That is step number, counter, condition type, description, from, to, manual, required, statistical, relevant for account determination, print type, subtotal, requirement, alternate calculation, condition amount, alternate condition base value, account key, accurate, another one access level. Okay. Now, what is that? These are all the condition types in the pricing procedure. Okay. Step is just a number 10, 20, 30, whatever you can give. Generally, people will not give in the increasing order because they'll give 10, 20. In between tomorrow, if I want to add, they'll come and add 11 there. Okay. Counter. So why they made it is 10, 0, 10, 1. In case by default, if you give in sequence. Next, they give counter. It's a sub, like you are in a 6th standard, section A. 6th standard, section B. If you have only 40 students, I'll create only 6th standard. Counter is 0, no section. If you have 600 students, then I'll create 6th standard A, 6th standard B, right? Like that, they create a counter in case if required. Then condition type. This is a condition type. I'll tell you what is condition type. Then you already know the description. From and to, they'll give. If you don't give, it will calculate everything. Now, if you see here, from 100 they given, it means gross amount is calculated from the step 100. This is the step number you'll give from and to. I'll just page down. By any chance, anything they have given? Now, so what is that? So, some surcharge or discount, what they're doing from 101 to 299 step, whatever it is there, they'll calculate. Okay, that it's just a then manual. What is manual? If you see, it asked PPRO entered manual. If you give this, it means it should enter manual. If you don't know, I mean, sorry, you should be in display mode, otherwise it will spoil. Because if you hit and click, it becomes checkbox checked. Now you see what is F1. What is manual? Conditions that gives indicator in the presentation are one. Conditions determined manually means you can enter the price manually for that condition. See, are only included in determination either if they are entered manually. For example, condition screening pricing, or if they transfer from external process such as costing. See, price you can maintain in a condition record and you can enter manually also. Right now I enter the price manually. Required. If you observe while calculating, while creating, okay, I'll just change. Required means technically mandatory. Whenever you are trying to create, it said zval, enter zval, right? Did you observe? Zval is mandatory. I was getting error because of this checkbox. It means it is a mandatory condition type in your pricing procedure. If you don't enter, please enter. That's what it throws a error, because zval is made mandatory. Got it? Even if you don't enter the value, is fine, but the condition type should be there. Follow? Follow? Guys,
Yes, Gopi. We are.
yeah. Then statistical. Statistical means it will not calculate any value, it's just display. Okay. Next, relevant for account determination. Then print. Do you want to print this condition type on the invoice output? Because in my sales order, I can see profit, margin, everything. If I print on the invoice, I mean, if I print it on paper and give it to customer, then he'll get to know what is my profit, right? For 100 rupees, if I sell it for 200, then he'll think, oh, this guy made a huge profit. Correct? That's why there is a control. You show me that margin for me, because end customer will not have access to VA03. We'll give only the invoice copy to him, right? There, this is the option. Print. What to print? Subtotal you want to calculate. This is requirement. Requirement means ABAPer will write extra code to tweak the standard. That is requirement. Alternate calculation, accrual. This 16 fields, just Google and memorize. This 16 fields, important question for interview. Okay, now this is pricing procedure. No, sorry, what I clicked. Okay, pricing procedure is now I come from the reverse. You know the pricing procedure. What is condition table? Okay, I want to show one thing. Access, okay. Why it is? You can create your own condition table, condition type. Just I'll show one condition type here. I mean, it has control again. Like PPRO, right? What was the GVAL? GVAL was one of the condition type. In that condition type, just I'll click. It says, what is its access sequence? This is to determine the condition record. I'll tell you that. And what is it? It is a quantity. It is a price. It has a positive or negative value. Okay. And this condition type, here you can make assume mandatory. So you can enter. This is the interview question. In the condition type, there is an option here. Option D, manually. D is, I'll just put, because effort doesn't come, right? It says automatic entry not possible to process manually. Okay, it means
Gopi, your voice is not audible.
so. You can make, say, for example, they say not possible to process manually. Here you check, but there in the pricing procedure, you make it manually. That option, that's a confusion, right? System will say here you made it mandatory, but pricing procedure you made it not mandatory. Pricing procedure value will always take the precedence. Okay, that one. And this condition type is determined at the header level or item level, because in the sales order pricing, I mean, you can see the condition in header as well as item. What is the amount? This is more of ZMRP access sequence. Access sequence. What is access sequence? It will ask, do you want to save? I'll not save. Be careful, okay, when you change. No.
Access sequence is nothing but condition table are assigned based on its sequence, right? Like from most specific to most generic.
Right. Yes. Good. You know that. Already it told that?
Yeah, Aryan has said about that.
Yeah. I'll just show.
Okay.
ZMRP. Okay. Now, it says condition table. Okay. And one more interview question they'll ask. You have the access sequence. You can maintain this in condition record. Okay. I'll just show. I know. I'll just finish soon. Sorry.
You
We
can.
can just how you should understand what is that. This is the where you maintain the pricing. ZVal. Okay. Create condition record. ZVal, right? See key combination. What is this? Customer
Customer
material.
material. Yeah.
Everything is shown up here, right?
Yes.
Condition table, basically, this is a condition table.
Yeah.
Condition table level. You can maintain value at whatever the level. I want to maintain at a material. I don't want to maintain at the customer. For all, any customer who buys this material, okay, I'll just maintain material number is 48, amount is 200 rupees. And validity, it will pick. See, from today, whoever creates zval, by default, it will have a 48 value. Now I'll save. Assume if I maintain two condition records here and here at the customer level, at the material level, what it does, right? I'll tell you. This is the interview question again. Assume if you maintain, always this access sequence will be more detailed to summary level. If you see customer and material, one is sales level. Okay, last is direct material. The broader, I mean narrow to wider it becomes. This is a narrow, right? For Gopi, material is this, for this material 10 rupees. For Sudharani, material is same material 20 rupees. I can sell like that. If none of the data is maintained, let it take general material, cost is 15 rupees. Anything we can maintain. If you check this checkbox, how system will work, right? If you maintain condition record for all any, say for example, out of 4, I maintain 3. Which one it will pick? System will go from top to bottom. First it will check. If it is maintained, then it will check for second. If it is maintained, I mean maintained or not, it will go till end. Whichever is maintained, it will enter that value. So assume assume 13 is not maintained. I mean this one. Here maintained 100. Here maintained 200. Here maintained 300. It will take 300. Okay. Assume if I click here, then if I maintain 100, 200, 300, it is supposed to take 300, but it takes only 100 because exclusive means whenever this is checkbox is checked, it finds the first value and then exit out. System stops searching for a condition record after the first successful. You got it, right?
Yes, yes, Gopi. Like after that, it will not go to the next
No.
one.
Next, earlier, what will happen? Even though it is success, it goes to next. The last success value, it will show up. Here, it is not like that. At the first level, this is the interview question. If my price is maintained at all the levels, I don't want to go till end. I just want to, if the first search only, I want to come out. This checkbox is checked, then it will come out. That is access requirement. Now, okay. Now you do complete pricing procedure. So this basically for each condition type, access sequence is there. Access sequence, it has a condition table. First, you need to create a condition table that is independent. Just like keep the condition table create and ready at what level you want. Then create a condition type, assign access sequence. For that access sequence, you assign what are condition tables and exclusive if required. Then go to pricing procedure definition, create what are condition types you want, put that step. Then determine the pricing procedure based on sales area plus customer document pricing procedure plus document pricing procedure. I mean sales document pricing procedure. That determines the sales pricing procedure.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So any doubts?
Okay. Till now it is clear.
Okay. Now.
Gopi, I have one doubt. Can
Yeah.
you just give the definition of presentation layer, application layer, and database layer? Only the definition. Like if someone asks what is presentation layer, in a single word, what we can tell them.
Yeah. Sorry. What's your good name? Because I
Shaheen,
can't see.
Shaheen. Shaheen.
Shaheen. Okay. Yeah, Shaheen, this is basically they'll not ask you any definition because it's of more of architecture level.
Yeah.
Database layer is the area. SAP is 3-tier architecture. We call 3-tier. One is presentation layer, application layer, database layer. Presentation layer, you can say it's our SAP GUI on the laptop. That is presentation layer or presentation server.
Okay.
Application layer, generally it will be in the server. It will be in US or somewhere, right? That server, wherever
Okay.
they
Server.
have that. That is the application layer where it compiles the data. Then
Okay.
database layer is actually it writes to the database. Whenever you click VA03, the request will go from presentation to application layer, application to database layer, and it fetch that 20 sales order details and it comes in display.
Okay. Okay. But in S4 HANA, it is 4 tier, right? Like cloud layer is also included this time.
Mhm.
Like as per Aman took one session, he said in
Mhm.
S4 HANA, now it is cloud like layer is also like
Okay,
it is
I
there.
mean,
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
but don't worry, I mean, cloud and all, okay?
Okay.
This is the basic of SAP.
Okay.
Cloud comes, if you start talking like that, it becomes separate topic. The
Yeah, okay,
basic,
okay.
if you tell, it's sufficient.
Got it.
If somebody asks HANA, what is HANA? It is a database which makes a column store, performance improvement, database. It's of more of technical. Probably that is
Okay.
as you grow experience, you'll get to know.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
Okay.
so with this, probably we can stop here. So now you should understand, you should check the control fields. We call it as control fields in the sales document. What all options are there? Last but not least, I'll complete that because I don't want to make it too much.
Okay.
I'll finish and I didn't explain that, right? So now these things I explained. The document pricing procedure I showed here, it will be there
Yeah.
also. And one more thing, whenever you create a sales order, when you try to create delivery, what delivery type it determines? People will ask. We don't know, right? There it says, for each sales order document type, there will be a delivery type mentioned here. LF, generally LF. Like standard is IN is inquiry, QT is quotation, OR is the standard order, LF is the delivery. Then they'll ask what invoice type. There are two types of invoice. One is order related billing, another one is delivery related billing. Delivery related billing, it takes F2. Order related billing also, it takes F2. This is the one which how invoice, whenever you for the sales order, if you try to create invoice, it determines by default F2. From the sales document type, it determines. Now, what is delivery related order type and order related order billing type? See, billing type, sorry. Say, for example, if you ask to deliver a hair dryer from Philips, they have to deliver the actual goods to your house. Once the outbound delivery it is delivered, then it is afterwards you create a invoice that is against to your delivery. For example, yeah, I'll tell you that later. If it is order related billing, it's just like I ordered a repair or somebody engineer visit. Okay, he'll not deliver anything. He'll check something online or something. For that, he'll charge 100 rupees online service, right? Sitting in his system only, he'll just access and he'll do something and he'll ask, give me 100 rupees. Online consultation. Okay, doctor does earlier, doctor was doing physical consultation. You used to go to his place. That is delivery. Physically, you go there. That is delivery, right? But online consultation, sitting somewhere and he'll ask, give me 500 rupees consultation charge. That is that. Okay, this is important. With this, okay, probably you may ask delivery related, why we have to create delivery related billing? Always we can create sales order billing. Simple. I ordered 10 Mazda. Okay. They might deliver only 6. Based on the for 6 only I have to charge, right? If I charge for 10, what you will say? You delivered only 6 and you are giving me bill of for 10 quantity, right? That's why how much quantity we deliver, for that we charge. Right? If you go to vegetable shop, you ask 2 kg of apple. That is order. You ordered 2 kg of apple, but it was almost closing time. He said he'll give only 1 kg. Then for that 1 kg he'll charge. He'll create a bill for 1 kg. Correct? That is delivery related billing. Assume without doing that, if he creates against to directly order, then you will be in loss, right? He delivered 1, but he is charging for 2 kg. That is wrong, right? That's why any physical shipments, always they go with the delivery related billing without any services for that order related billing. Okay, if you maintain this, and there are control parameters, whether it is a delivery related billing, order related billing. I mean, if you maintain everything, how you will get to know whether it should be delivery related billing, order related billing. And just last but not the least, tomorrow I'll talk about this item category. I'll show that option. Dan. This is the item category. For each material, there will be this. So these are standard SAP, okay? But technically in standard, this one, they don't do. They don't use everything. In each company, they use their own. You see here, billing relevance A means delivery related. B means, oh shit, it does not show F4. Okay, that is a problem here. It should show here, then you can make it. Probably I can get a screenshot or do something. Okay, here option A means delivery related billing. It is relevant for billing. If it is blank, it is not relevant for billing. Option A means delivery related. Option B. So if your item category is having this, then it will ask. Say for example, if I order in a single order, if I order 2 kg mango and a repair, so line item 10 will have a delivery related billing. Line item 20 will have order related billing, because there the option is order related billing B based on the item category. Now tomorrow I'll talk about how item category is determined, how schedule line category is determined, and then plan determination. These basics if you learn, that is more sufficient. Okay, the basics means this is not basic. This is in the depth of basic of SAP consultant. Okay. Okay. So with this, I completed 2.5 hours of class. I mean, 2.5 days of class. Okay. Now just tell me how I'm going. I mean, because I want to take regular feedback. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense for me. So am I going right way? Or you can start comparing with the previous trainer and myself. Okay.
No, Gopi, no comparison. He was telling in his own way, and you are following your way. Everything is good, but I hope many examples are not required, because when you are giving 2 to 3 examples for the same topic, it is taking too much of time, too long. Just my suggestion or feedback, you can take it, I believe. If you give one example, after that you can ask everybody, did we got to know, or if you want still explanation, we will tell you. We did not get copy. You can give other examples, or you can proceed further. So you can do
Okay.
that.
Okay. Okay. Then I'll skip multiple examples. I'll just cover the
Yeah.
only request, right? See,
Yes.
now you said you know pricing. I mean, you already started talking about pricing, but you
Yes,
don't
yes.
know the controls of sales document
Yeah,
type,
yeah.
which is the basic.
Yes, yes. Basic, you can tell
So,
everything, because we were not aware of that everything.
yeah,
Many things we
without,
were not knowing. I said you
yeah,
know, like in Word, it is already mentioned, but in that many of the things we were not aware of that.
yeah. So
Yes.
that's why I want to make your basic strong. Okay. Then afterwards you can talk. I mean, based on the experience, you'll get to know these
Yeah.
things you should know. Basically, that is my concern.
Yes, yes.
Being a fresher, you should know this. If you know this pakka, then people will say, okay, this guy knows basics. I mean, interviewer will think, okay, this guy knows basic very strong. Okay, we can take him. He can do it.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
your basic, if you say pricing procedure is determined, I mean, you buy it. But if you say next question will ask how the customer price, where the document pricing procedure comes from. If you can't tell that order type, it is coming from the sales document type, then he'll think okay, it's buy it. He doesn't know. You
Yeah.
should know granular level. Okay,
Yes,
the
yes.
basic. That's it. Okay, with this we'll meet on Monday. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Sure, sure. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you
and
so
also,
much.
yeah,
It was
thank you.
very informative. Like many things today we got to know about.
Yeah, I just want to know
Yeah.
the other guys. I always hear from you, but how about others? Only 3 people are there.
Everybody dropped.
Oh my God! Wait, I'll stop recording 1 second. If you have 2 minutes, can I talk, please?
Yeah, yeah. You can go.
Okay, 1 second.